Welcome back to Moving Abroad. Create a new life in a new country. I'm Luther Furbank, and I'm here with Jess.
Hello, everyone. So, last episode, we talked about Spain topping the charts for digital nomads, and the response from our listeners has been incredible. Today, we're diving into something that many of you have been asking about: the world's easiest citizenships and passports.
Right, and this is such a timely topic because citizenship programs are constantly changing, disappearing, and increasing in price. We've got fresh insights from Nomad Capitalist that break down the easiest pathways by region and method.
The big question everyone asks is, what do we mean by easy? Because depending on your needs, easy could mean fast, cheap, or finding a country with the least requirements for physical presence.
Exactly, and the report identifies five main ways to get citizenship: naturalization through residency, citizenship by descent through ancestry, citizenship by investment, family ties like marriage, and exceptional citizenship.
Let's start with Europe, since that's where most people want a second passport. The standout for naturalization is Armenia, just 3 years of residency after a minimum investment starting at only $6,000.
Armenia is fascinating because it's not just about the short time frame, it's a country that's really going places economically. You can invest in a company or real estate, and after 3 years, you're eligible for an Armenian passport.
For citizenship by descent in Europe, Latvia has some really interesting options due to its history. If you were exiled due to foreign occupation between 1940 and 1990, you're eligible for citizenship and can maintain dual citizenship.
But here's the big European story: Malta's Citizenship by Investment program. It's now the biggest game in town since Ireland closed its golden visa and Portugal made major changes to its program.
Malta's new program, called the Maltese Exceptional Investor Naturalization, offers EU citizenship in 12 to 36 months, starting at €600,000. It's not cheap, but right now it's the best pathway to EU citizenship through investment.
And the clock is ticking on Malta. The government is under pressure to close it down and is battling the EU in court. So if someone's interested, they really need to act now.
For family ties, Ireland remains one of our favorites. If you're married to an Irish citizen, you can obtain citizenship after just 1 year of residency, but you need to have been married for at least 3 years.
Ireland has helped almost 15 million people gain Irish passports, despite the island's population being only around 6 million. Their citizenship by descent program is incredibly streamlined.
Now let's talk about the Caribbean, which offers the twin benefits of tax havens and beautiful beaches, but you will have to pay for the privilege.
If your definition of easy is fast track to citizenship, look no further than the Caribbean. Grenada stands out because it's the easiest passport to pass down to your children and grandchildren.
Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program offers visa-free travel to more than 130 countries, including China and Russia, and gives you access to the U.S. E2 investor visa. The donation is $235,000 for a family of four.
For pure investment ease, St. Lucia requires one of the lowest investments for single applicants, just a $240,000 donation to the Government Development Fund.
But the real bargain for families is Antigua and Barbados. For $230,000, including fees, you can get citizenship for a family of up to 4 people. That's incredibly cost-effective.
Moving to Asia and the South Pacific, this region remains deeply nationalistic, but a few countries are opening up. Taiwan offers citizenship after 5 years of consecutive legal residency.
Taiwan is interesting because you really have to commit. You need to live there for at least half of each year, pass exams in Mandarin Chinese and Taiwanese, but you get access to excellent healthcare and a solid passport.
For citizenship by descent in this region, New Zealand is probably the quickest and least expensive path. If one of your parents was a New Zealand citizen by birth, you may be entitled to citizenship.
The real standout for investment in the Pacific is Vanuatu. It has the fastest citizenship by investment process in the entire industry, just 8 weeks to obtain a passport.
Vanuatu's donation option starts at $130,000 for a single person, and it's still a legitimate tax haven with no income tax, inheritance tax, or capital gains tax.
Israel offers an interesting family connection route through the law of return. If you're Jewish or have Jewish ancestry, or even if you're married to someone who qualifies, you can get citizenship relatively quickly.
Now, Latin America generally has more open policies due to its colonial history. Ecuador stands out for naturalization. Just 3 years of residency required, with investment options starting around $45,000.
Mexico is excellent for citizenship by descent. If you have a Mexican parent, you can get citizenship in as little as 6 months for less than $100. Even having Latin American descent can fast-track you.
But hands down, Brazil is the easiest place to get citizenship through family ties. If you give birth in Brazil, both the child and parents can get citizenship. Marriage to a Brazilian citizen requires just 1 year of residence.
What's really striking about this data is how much the landscape is changing. Portugal used to be the go-to option, but they've made significant changes. Malta might not be around much longer.
That's why timing is so crucial. These programs disappear, increase in price, or change their requirements regularly. The report emphasizes not to wait until it's too late.
For our listeners considering this path, you really need to think about your definition of easy. Is it speed, cost, travel benefits, tax implications, or the ability to eventually bring family members?
Right, and you need to consider the bigger picture. What are your goals? Are you looking for a plan B, backup option, or a plan A to move somewhere now?
The Caribbean programs are fastest, but most expensive. European programs offer the best travel documents, but are harder to get. Latin American programs are most affordable, but require more time commitment.
One thing that really stood out to me is how citizenship by descent can be overlooked. Millions of people qualify for Irish, Italian, or other European passports through grandparents or great-grandparents and don't even know it.
Absolutely. And with some of these descent programs, like Ireland's, you don't even need to live in the country. You can get the passport and then live anywhere in Europe.
So here's our question for listeners. If you could choose any second passport in the world, what would be your priority? Speed of acquisition, strength of the passport, tax benefits, or cost?
And have you looked into whether you might already qualify for citizenship somewhere through ancestry? You might be surprised what you could be entitled to.
For anyone wanting to dive deeper into this topic, the full analysis is available at nomadcapitalist.com. They work with over 75 countries and offer unparalleled expertise in this field.
As always, we want to hear from you. Are you considering pursuing a second citizenship? What's driving that decision, and what obstacles are you facing?
Right. Until next time, remember that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is now. The same applies to second citizenship. Thanks for listening to Moving Abroad, Create a New Life in a New Country. I'm Luther Furbank.
And I'm Jess. Until next time, keep exploring your options, and remember, go where you're treated best.